All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and round out the show with a little mailbox.
Nick.
Let's go ahead and check Nick's mail corner. All right, so Nick wrote in, as he always does, and he says, "What's up, bingo bongos? Let's keep it mad casual today. When's the last time you got in trouble with the law, or just a cool getting out of a speeding ticket story will do? As always, don't snitch, you glitch pitchers."
That's a good question.
So I feel like we have both had a lot of history with run-ins with that. We're basically the worst criminals you could ever meet. So filter yourself, Hunter. I don't want to hear about the time you murdered so-and-so.
Yeah, I got some skeletons.
The drug ring that you ran for a while.
Yeah.
Give me some little cop stories.
What I'll tell you is this is something that I thought was a cop story, and it wasn't a cop story. It was a fake cop story.
Oh my God.
I went to, I was in a fraternity at the University of Texas.
All right.
And it was my senior year. It's like arguably the last party as a fraternity member that I'm going to go to.
It's the party.
Yeah, it's there. It's actually like the biggest party that we have all year. So I'm there.
Okay.
And we always, it's kind of weird whenever you go to fraternity parties because like you have to provide security, but the cops will not be down to be like on duty and providing security for a party where there's like clearly probably underage kids drinking. So we like provide our own security, and the security that we provide is like this group of people that I still to this day do not know if they're real cops or if they're quote unquote off duty cops, but they dress up like cops, right? And they sit at the door.
They have badges or anything?
They have like I don't know, man. Like I never really asked for their badge or anything.
Right.
But they basically look the part and they act the part and stuff, and you're not gonna just like, just be like talking crap to them.
What's up, little buddies that have blanket you got there?
So yeah. So there's this one party where I was like talking to some people outside on our basketball court, and like I guess the party was starting to get over, and it was like 2 a.m. And the guy comes out on the basketball court, one of the cops or whatever, comes out on the basketball court. He's like, "Y'all need to get out of here," or whatever. Like, party's over, or whatever. And I'm feeling a little tipsy. I'm 21. I'm above 21, so I'm legally allowed to drink there.
Also, your party.
Yeah, it's also my party that we freaking paid those people to be securing us for.
Exactly.
And I'm just like talking to this girl. Like I'm not like completely disregarding what this guy's saying, but I'm not like responding super fast
But
to what this
I don't
guy's
care
saying.
if you're a cop or if you're the president. No one's getting in the way of my game.
Like the only thing that I'm really gonna do to follow your directions is move 10 feet this way. And does that really make you that much happier, bro? So I like continue to talk to this girl, and he's like, "Hey man, you need to get out of here." And I was like, "Dude, get off me, bro." Because one, I knew that this guy wasn't a real cop, and two,
Right.
I wasn't doing anything. So you can't just be coming up to me and using physical force like that.
Telling me what to do.
And so he sees my flail, and he raises me and basically tries to straight up, like, put me in a lock. He basically, like, grabs me by the back of my forearms and just, like, puts them behind my back. And I'm like, "Dude, get the hell off me," or whatever. And I, like, try and go up against a tree and just, like, I'm grabbing up against a tree as hard as I can. I'm like, "Dude, don't freaking touch me, man." Like, I'm trying not to be, like, hurting.
This was a scuffle.
Yeah, no, it was definitely, like, a physical altercation.
Holy hell.
He was trying to, like, restrain me and stuff, and I was, like, against a tree, just, like, being like, "Dude, please let me go. I'm not even doing anything to you right now. You're just freaking out thinking that I'm doing something." And I was like, "I'll let go of the tree if you will let me go." And he was like, "All right, whatever." And then, like, right when I let go of the tree, he freaking puts my hands behind my back and puts me on the ground, puts his knee on the back of my head, and puts me in handcuffs. It puts me in real handcuffs. And so,
how did this end?
At this point in the story, I'm thinking that, like, well, maybe these guys are actually real cops and blah, 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 blah. Basically, it ended by me being, like, super freaked out, because the way that he put it is, like, he was trying to go on with him being a real cop for, like, 15 minutes, being like, "You tried to assault an officer, you're going to jail, man, you're going to blah, 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 like, we're going to be filing all this
real big power
stuff
trip
on you." Super duper power trip. And I'm starting to, like, freak out. I was thinking my future's over, I
Yeah,
was like,
right?
If you really seriously
person.
do get caught on assaulting a police officer charge, then, like, you're screwed.
Yep.
So I'm, like, freaking out, and it's very apparent that I'm, like, losing it. Like, I am just not in a good mind state at all. I'm like begging these people, like, please just let me go. I didn't even do anything. Like, I don't even know why I'm here hardly. And he finally like let me go or whatever. But it was just the ultimate source. Like, I still to this day do not even know if that guy was a real cop. Like, I
don't think he was.
I don't think he was either. And whenever I started looking up stuff online about, like, being a fake cop and, like, using the forces of a cop in order to, like, restrain somebody like that when you're not actually a cop, like, that's straight up felony stuff,
Yeah, that's
dude.
super illegal.
And, like, I was mad to the point where I was about to, like, call whatever company it was or whatever, you know, whoever was in charge of that group of people and be like, I'm going to file a suit against you. I think that what you did was straight up felony worthy. I think I could have, if I would have followed up on it, that guy would have had 2 years worth of jail time.
Damn.
Straight up, man.
That's ridiculous,
I got screwed, though. Like, I really, really, really did not do anything. I didn't attack this guy, and he completely, like, put me in handcuffs, made me feel like I was going to go to jail. It was awful.
I think the fact that he took you out of the handcuffs and let you go is...
It was him trying to, like, teach me a lesson.
No, it's the biggest indicator that he wasn't a policeman. You know, because
Right?
like when a policeman does that, like, you're going to get in the car and you're going to go.
Yeah.
And that guy was just seriously trying to, you know, by teach you a lesson, quote unquote, he'd stroke his own freaking power.
Right,
ego.
and the thing that was even so bad about it was it wasn't only just the guy, but he had like a whole crew with him that were like, "Oh, you think you're a badass because you're blah blah blah," like talking shit to me. Like this whole time that I'm like freaking out about my future and my professional career and all these different things, like basically just making me feel like I'm an asshole when they're like the definition
yeah,
of a butthole, you know?
well, that's ridiculous.
So
All
that
right.
was probably, the worst altercation I had with cops or fake cops ever. Yeah.
So for my story, I just want to say that I've been pulled over in my car 4 times.
Okay.
And I've only gotten 4 warnings. I am just like the luckiest dude in the world.
I've gotten pulled over 3 times and gotten 3 tickets. So
I've never gotten...
Chase is the luckiest person in the world.
I say that every day. I completely agree. In fact, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, but the 5th time I got pulled over, I was in the car with Steven, our good friend.
Okay.
And I get pulled over, right? Basically, I'm at a stoplight, and this cop just comes up, like, blistering speed, pulls up behind me. I'm like, wow, was this cop going for me? Pulls me over after the light, and he comes up, and he's like, your license registration. He's being super short. He's very, like, he's on edge.
Like
you can tell.
yeah.
I'm scared. I'm a little freaked out. He's asking me, like, where have you been driving? What are the roads you've been taking? And, like, I just think in a moment of panic and adrenaline was like, I took a left on this, I took a right on here, blah, blah. I gave him, like, perfect directions. At this point in time, Steven looks over at me, and he's like, dude, you got a lot of freaking heat on you right now. I turn around, look at my rearview mirror. There's, like, 3 bicycle cops, 2 cop cars, and, like, 4 to 6 other cops with their guns drawn.
What? Their guns are drawn?
Guns are drawn.
Oh my God.
And the bike cops are like walking all around the car, looking at the car and stuff. And the guy's like, have you been in an accident recently? And I was like, yes, I was in an accident a couple months ago. This guy, blah, blah, blah. Turns out this guy in the city of Austin driving my exact same model of car hit a pedestrian and ran.
Oh my God.
And they thought it was me.
Dude, that's so scary.
And so, end of the day, I got let off the hook. But in my own conscience, I was like, man, some jackass just got out of there because they came after me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you were like the distraction that let that guy go.
I know, man. It was,
and not on your own fault. It's because the police.
It was a bummer, but it was a scary moment. It was like one of the first times I hung out with Steven. I was like, hi, welcome to my life, you know?
Trust me,
Anyway.
dude, this is not normal.
Well, thank you, Nick, for the question. Nick emails in every week because we love him and he's a badass. And he always emails to wittybantershow@gmail.com, just like you can. If you would like us to answer a question of yours on air, we'd be proud to do it. We pretty much get no email. So if you email in, yours is a shoo-in.
Yep. We will talk about whatever you have to say for at least 10 minutes. Bro.
Exactly.
Seriously.
And 5 minutes of that will be us stroking your ego.
Yes.